Welcome back, everybody. Canadian Silver Saver here with a new video. Just want to talk to you about how to know you've got real silver. Check it out. Make sure you're buying the right stuff. I'm having a few issues getting this video recorded, but hopefully we'll get through it this time. So basically, at the end of the last video, I mentioned about how do you know you're getting real silver? How do you check it? You tend to know when you have silver. You can hear it, you feel it. There is certain telltale signs. Stuff like this, it's packaged, is a little harder because, of course, you can't do the same test or feel it the same way. The weight will be off a little bit because of the plastic, so you have to know some of that stuff. So let's get into how to test silver. One of the ways to test silver is by a scale. So you can see, you can take your scale here, and I'll turn that on. And this isn't going to be super accurate because we are, sitting on the top here. But the idea is you put it on there, put your nugget or your coin or whatever you've got on your scale, and that'll tell you how much it weighs. Now, 31.1 is the idea here, but 31.2, 31.3. You will tend to get a little heavier sometimes on some of the poured bars. It just happens sometimes, so the way it is. I love this guy. This is my lucky nugget. I'm sure people out there have a lucky nugget or something like that, or a coin or a bar or something they take with them. This goes with me pretty much everywhere I go, and just shows, I get great conversation. I pull it out, people talk about it, and I get to talk about real money versus fiat currencies and really how to invest with this stuff, so it's cool. So yeah, you test it out there, you weigh your coins on your scale. This coin usually weighs heavy because I think it's a little bit dirty, but that's just the way it is. I'm pretty happy with that though, but that's one way to test. Scale's pretty obvious. Something like these guys here, you don't have much of a choice when you're testing them. I got these from my good friends at silvergoldbull.ca. I really like them there. They're fantastic, so shout out to those guys for always being awesome with me and providing me amazing service and lots of good selection. I actually just placed an order for a pre-order for this King Tut 5-ounce round that they've got on there. It looks really nice, so I'm excited to have that. But yeah, I got these there, and the only way you can really deal with these ones to know is you put them on there and you weigh them up, and there you go, 31.1, bang on. This is pretty much a precision kind of product there, 31.0, 31.1, perfect. So that's the way they are with something like this, and this has the weight on the bottom. So those are cool. Just had this little case that I made for it. I already had the case, and I just made them work, so turned out pretty good for me. Like those. So other ways to test is you can test with the acid test by taking a little drop, put it on there, and it'll tell you when you put it on there, it'll turn a certain color, and then you can know if it's real or fake. I'm not a big fan of that because it does ruin well, not ruin, but leaves a mark on the coin. And if you do want to resell for some collectible value sometimes, that can be beneficial. It hinders that process. So not a big fan of the acid test, but it is available and is an exact way to know. There is also what they call the gravity test. I don't have a way to show that here, but you can look those up online. Any other tests or anything that you guys want to look up, the specifics of it, you can check that out. There's lots out there. But the gravity test is kind of neat. You put it in water, do the measurements. Silver pretty much is the only thing that has that kind of gravity. So if you do a gravity test on these guys and it's within a certain weight, you've got real silver. It's a really cool way to test it. I like that. A lot of work, but it works well. Next is a ping test. So you can take your coin, you can take another one. I have an app on my phone that does this, and then, I don't know if you can hear it. And then if you take this one, this will have a different ping. Oh, that was nice. Nice ping. So that one's better. This coin, there's a few things with this one. It feels heavy. It pings differently. I have checked it out. I've used the ping test on the app. It passes, so it is real. And I've had the coin store check it out, but just one of those things. And again, why you do this, right? Ping test works great on that. Doesn't tend to work well on this stuff. So you have to do a different test with that. Ping test is okay, but you need an app for that, and it only does certain coins. This stuff here is a little bit harder to test as well because it's not 100% silver. So I think the safest way to test your silver is with the magnet. You can see here it will slide slowly down that coin, but it'll slide very slowly down that sunshine mint bar, or this much nicer looking, in my opinion, Monarch Metals bar. Very cool. So I've got a couple different magnets that I do this with. I've got, throw that one away over there. But basically the idea is when you use these magnets, it'll stick a little bit like it's stuck in molasses. But a magnet on anything else will just slide off like that. There's no hesitation. But because you're doing it on silver, you'll see that it kind of goes down like molasses. So the idea is that there's a reaction that happens when it goes down the silver, that cut on the edge there. But that lets you know, because it's not magnetic. There's no magnetism to silver the same way, but it's a really cool way to do it. So that's another way to test it. So yeah, you've got your weight test, your ping test, your magnet test, your acid test, and your gravity test. Those are kind of all the different ways you can test your silver. To be honest, guys, I like my bullion guys that I go to. They're the local place. They're pretty cool. I'll go in there and talk to them a bit. And I've got something that I've picked up that just gives me that feeling that I want to do everything I can to check it. I ask them. I bring it in. I show them what I got, and they say, yeah, we'll check it out for you. And they won't open up the packages or anything. I opened up this one because I got a couple of them, and usually I leave this stuff sealed, but then I can check it and just kind of be happy with that. So, yeah, that's a way to check your silver. Make sure that you've got the real stuff, and at least different ways to do it. There is a few other techniques out there. There's one where you can take this and you can rub it on this. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. Rub it on there, you put the acid on there, and that gives you a bit. One guy did that on this one for me just to check it. Passed all my tests. I just had it with me, and I asked him, and he said, sure, I'll check it for you. So, and, you know, when you're buying your silver, just be careful where you're buying it from for sure, and check it if you can. Walk around with a magnet. I don't walk around with a scale. It's a little bit obnoxious, but when you're buying online, that's definitely the scariest place to buy. Do reputable websites like silvergoldbull.com, goldsilver.com. Mike Maloney down there in the US is really, really good, but they charge shipping, so you have to be careful with that. And then, you know, your local bullion shops, if you've got somebody nearby to go to, that's a great place to go and have some conversation and learn a little bit. I picked up a few of these recently and just went in and kind of talked about you know, if any of the specific dates had any value on them. And in this particular case, there wasn't, but it happens sometimes that you score something good and they'll let you know. So yeah, that's a great way to do that. So bullion store is safe, online safe if they've been around a long time, and you can get the product right away. If you order your stuff and they say it's going to take a while to ship it, unless it's a pre-order, like I talked about with that Egyptian or the King Tut coin. Unless it's a pre-order, they should have this. They should be able to send, you know, if you're ordering something like this for sure, they should be able to send this to you within a day or so. If you're buying from places that can't do that, run away, because you may get caught in like the Northwest Mint or whatever it was there that had lots of money they owed people and they never shipped it and they went bust and people lost millions and stuff like that. So make sure you get it right away. If you don't hold it, you don't own it, right, guys? So thanks for another great video. Put your comments in the comments below and your questions as well. Please let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about or bring up specifically. I've got another unpacking video coming soon, and then just a few more things about spark some conversation and start to enjoy what we're talking about on here. So looking forward to the next video. Canadian Silver Saver out.